Segment 2, Nikud 3, Nikud zayin. Nineveh, ir ra'ah. Nineveh, ir ra'ah. In the last segment, we saw that a certain combination of noun and adjective can be expressed in such a way as to form an entire sentence. For example, katan hakali. The container is small. If you were to look back at that segment, you would see that the English translation of the verb is presented in brackets. This indicates that the verb is not explicit in the Hebrew expression. Rather, it is implicit. Although Hebrew does have an expressed verb to be, it happens to be in its root form, haya. Oftentimes, when a sentence will consist of one noun, then equated in a sense with the notion of to be, followed by another noun or noun element, Hebrew does not need to use the explicit verb haya, to be. Rather, the native speaker would understand that this sense of existence, being, is implied. You've encountered that several times already, and now we'd like to point that out in very plain terms. So consider these sentences, again starting on the right. Nineveh, ir ra'ah. Nineveh, city bad, literally. Nineveh, a bad city. We are expected then to understand that the speaker or writer is saying Nineveh is a bad or wicked city. Notice this does not mean Nineveh, a city is bad. The verb to be would follow the city name, Nineveh, and then ir ra'ah is an adjective phrase, a bad city, just on the order of kali katan, a small container, or oniyah yevesha, a dry boat. So we have, once again, Nineveh, ir ra'ah. Nineveh is a bad city. In English, we must supply the verb to be. Or how about the next statement? Shmi Yonah. You've used this sort of expression already in introducing yourself to a friend or neighbor. My name is Jonah. Or this sentence, Shem ha'oniyah melech hamayim. The name of the ship is the king of the water. In each of these cases, the verb to be must be supplied to make a smooth English translation. It is assumed, it is implicit in the Hebrew. Notice further that when we're called on to supply for an English translation the verb to be, it is up to us to select what will be the most appropriate tense of the verb to be. Will we render it as past, as present, or as future? It's up to us to choose the right tense according to the context within which the sentence occurs. Keep in mind we're not free to supply any verb. It must only be the verb to be. But once determining that, then it's up to us to choose the tense most suitable for the context. Please read over the last two paragraphs of this segment to get a fresh notion of how the sequence of elements within a sentence can lend emphasis or some degree of marking or focus to part of the message of the sentence.